One of the main advantages of the Ukrainian underwater drone Toloka is that it can hit Russian submarines in the Black Sea. Andriy Ryzhenko, retired captain of the first rank and former deputy chief of staff of the Ukrainian Navy, spoke about this in an interview with Unian. Right now, we have no real countermeasures against submarines. This drone can deliver a small torpedo. We currently have such torpedoes made in Sweden. They're anti-submarine, weighing several hundred kilograms, just within the payload limit. To destroy a submarine underwater, a contact explosion with a yield of 40 to 50 kilograms is needed. This can damage the submarine's hull sufficiently to destroy it, Ryzhenko explained. He added that a larger version of this drone, which has a payload of up to 5 tons, could enable operations against the enemy's critical military infrastructure. Such drones could be used for sabotage operations against the enemy's critical military infrastructure, such as the Crimean Bridge or enemy bases in Sevastopol or Novorossiysk. Because the naval drones we have aren't well suited for this, Ryzhenko added. As for the most basic drone modifications, Ryzhenko believes they could be used for sea mine clearance. At the same time, they could be loaded with explosives and used for strikes. If these 20 to 50 kilogram payloads are filled with explosives, it could damage a ship, such as a landing craft or a frigate, but it's unlikely to destroy it. However, the damage could be very serious. This is useful, for example, if there's a threat of enemy landings. They could approach the enemy force while submerged and attack it. This would stop the force from moving, allowing it to be finished off with other weapons, Ryzhenko explained. Currently, there's little publicly available information about this drone. It's only known that it has 3 models, each with different sizes and payload weights. The drone's length ranges from 2.5 to 12 meters. The largest model can travel 2,000 kilometers and carry a 5-ton payload. Toloka has been talked about for a long time, and indeed the idea itself is quite good, but we haven't seen anything in practice. What can be said now is that such an underwater drone is truly needed because it overcomes the most critical vulnerability of our existing maritime drones, the ability to be detected while moving on the surface. This is the greatest vulnerability for our naval drones, as the enemy has now built a network of radar stations along the coast. They use small boats, like the Grachonok or Raptor, which detect and destroy our naval drones. They also deploy aircraft and UAVs, which can also do this visually. If a drone is underwater, the likelihood of its detection is significantly reduced.
Russia's defense ministry has claimed that their air defense systems intercepted and destroyed 114 Ukrainian drones on the night of 21 to 22 September. A power substation caught fire in Krasnodar Krai, a drone exploded near the city administration building in Belgorod, and a rocket booster from a Russian missile was found in a flat in Slavyansk-on-Kuban. Over the past night, air defense systems on duty intercepted and destroyed 114 Ukrainian aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles, the Russian Ministry of Defense Department said in a statement on its Telegram channel. It was reported that 25 drones were shot down over the Rostov region in Krasnodar Krai, 19 over the Belgorod region, and 13 over the Astrakhan region. 10 UAVs were destroyed over the Crimea, 7 over the Bryansk region, and 5 over the Sea of Azov. 3 drones were destroyed over the Yaroslavl and Volgograd regions, 2 over the Black Sea, and 1 each over the Kursk and Voronezh regions. Sergei Aksionov said that several facilities on the territory of the Foros Sanatorium in Crimea were damaged as a result of a drone strike, with fatalities and casualties reported, while dry grass caught fire near Yalta due to falling debris from a downed drone. According to the operational headquarters, in Krasnodar Krai's Starodorevyankovskaya in the Kanovskaya district, debris from a drone caused a fire at a power substation. It was also reported that drones attacked Slavyansk-on-Kuban in Krasnodar Krai. Drone debris damaged houses and triggered a grass fire in an industrial area. It is noted that there were no casualties, and emergency and operational services are working at the scene. According to Astra, a rocket booster from a missile of the Russian Pantsir S-1 system struck a residential building in Slavyansk-on-Kuban. Belgorod Oblast Governor Vyacheslav Gladkov said that in Belgorod, a drone detonated near the city administration building, injuring 2 people.
Выходим нахуй!
Пиздец.
Taking advantage of cloudy weather, the Russian occupation army attempted a breakthrough near Oleksiyivka in the Sumy region. This attempt resulted in a massive defeat. This was reported by the Russian Z resource Northern Channel associated with the Russian armed forces. The channel's authors are in panic over the losses. Right now, at this very moment, the 2nd Battalion of the 30th Motorized Rifle Regiment is being brutally destroyed as they approach Oleksiyivka. There's no control. They're being chased by drones in broad daylight. They thought the rain would help, hoping for the best. Drones won't fly in the rain, and people are coming. Not just 1 or 2 fighters, but in groups of 4 to 10. Z Channel wrote, Northern Channel claims that the Ukrainian armed forces are actively using heavy attack UAVs called Baba Yaga to eliminate Russian attack aircraft. And this tactic is extremely effective. 1 Baba Yaga and there's no squad. 3 Yagas and platoon is dead. The commanders have no idea what's going on. They've completely lost control, the Russian resource noted. Northern Channel accused the command of this unit of betrayal. Recall, Ukrainian forces continue their offensive on the northern Slobozansky direction. Units have advanced up to 2.5 kilometers while maintaining fire control over key enemy logistics routes. According to the Ukrainian military, on the northern Slobozansky direction, Ukrainian soldiers continue active operations aimed at destroying the enemy and liberating Ukrainian settlements. At the same time, to prevent enemy logistics, evacuation and reinforcement in certain locations, zones of continuous fire coverage against the enemy are maintained. Active operations are taking place in the areas of Oleksiyivka and Yunakivka in the Sumy region. Recently, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenski said that his country's forces had advanced into the border districts of the northern Sumy region, an area where Russian troops have been trying to gain ground for months. There are good results in the border areas of the Sumy region, the Ukrainian president said, citing Commander Alexander Syrsky. Our units are continuing to advance in the direction of the state border of Ukraine, he added. Since expelling Ukrainian forces from the Russian Kursk region earlier this year, Russian troops have been trying to establish what the Kremlin calls a neutral zone in the Sumy region. Russia regularly attacks larger cities, including Sumy,